In this video, I'm going to go through the rest of this worksheet on how to do 1-point perspective. I'm going to start with the S. I noticed the S is curved, so I'm going to line my ruler up at the vanishing point and somewhere on the outside. I'm going to move that closer and closer and stop as soon as I hit something part of the S. So here we go. All right, let's do that for the other side. So line up the vanishing point, move it closer, freeze. So I'm looking, and this one hits a point here, which would go through the S, so I don't do that. This one hits this point here. I do need to do that point. So I'm gonna line my vanishing point up to here. I do need to address the back legs here until I hit the S. So line it up, the dot. As soon as I hit the S, I lift my pencil up. I'm gonna do that for here. There we go. Now I need to do my parallel lines. From this point to this point, I have this curved line. So I need to mimic that curved line. So I'm gonna start copying this curve, but you see I run out of room. So I'm just gonna stop as soon as I hit part of my S here. Let's not forget about the back. Okay, I have this point, this line between those 2 points. And then this curve I need to mimic here. And then we can erase. All right, let's move on to the L. I'm going to start by identifying all the corners. There are no curved lines, so everything has a point. Let's gonna start taking those to the vanishing point. Now a little trick is, I know I'm gonna erase the lines all the way up here, so I'm gonna actually just stop my lines a little bit early. That way I'm not worried about going into my S. Okay, when I line up my vanishing point with this back corner, you see I have to go through my L, so I don't do that one. Oh, but I forgot the one right here. So in between these 2 points, I have this straight line. So I've got to mimic that straight line. Between these 2 lines, I have a vertical line. Got to keep that line vertical, horizontal, and vertical again. So I have this like kind of stair step, and I should have that same stair step going on in the background. And then of course I need to erase all my extra lines. Moving on to the heart. This is curved, so I'm gonna start with swinging my ruler to the side and moving it closer, closer, closer. And I actually also need to do this point here. Right, so now I need to do a parallel line with this, and a parallel line here, and erase these little back legs. All right, we only have one more to do. Let's start by identifying all of our points. There are no curves, so I don't have to worry about that. But this one's gonna have more points that I don't need to draw. So I can draw this one. This one is kind of a, you could get a little slither on, not a whole lot. Okay. This point goes through the arrow, so I don't do it. This point goes through the arrow. This point goes through the arrow. This point I do complete. But I'm still considering these points when I'm drawing my parallel lines. So for between here to here is a straight line, which is what I'm looking for here. Okay. Between this dot and this dot is a diagonal, so I'm going to keep a diagonal. This point to this point is a diagonal, so I'm just going to take a small diagonal there. And there's no other lines to do, so I can go ahead and erase